Was that a lawful request?
Yes.
What law am I breaking by being here?
You're filming car parks in this car park.
And what law is that? What law is that breaking?
Trespassing, you need to leave.
And what is trespass a criminal matter, is it? Is that a criminal offence?
So, this is what it really comes down to. What law is actually being broken here in the UK? Police officers can't just walk up, ask for your details, or tell you to leave just because they don't feel comfortable. The law doesn't work because of guesses. It works because of legal powers. Civil trespass is not a crime. It is a civil matter, not a reason to put someone in handcuffs right away. The only time police can get involved is if it turns into something like aggravated trespass. And this situation is nowhere near that. Here, the officer can't even say which legal power she is using to support what she's saying. But she is still pushing the issue. This is where people get worried because of confidence, not because someone is right. Know your rights, stand your ground, and don't let pressure or confusion change what the law says in the moment. My UK Rights Guide takes out all the hard legal words, so anyone can deal with situations like this calmly and with confidence.
See, it's funny because when you think I'm doing something illegal, you come and accost me, but you were too busy to deal with these sorts of things 2 minutes ago when I reported an officer committing offences.
I can't deal. If an officer has committed an offence, I can't deal with that. It's not on my level. It needs to go to a sergeant or higher up or our PSD.
Well, so why don't you take the details, report it to a sergeant, but you're quite happy to come and accost me, but you can't deal with matters?
In the reception.
I don't want to go into the reception. I'm quite happy here.
If you want to discuss it, if you want someone to listen.
I don't want to discuss it. I've discussed it. I walked away after they left. Walked away. We've left it. That's it. She's followed me and accosted me after we've had that discussion in a public area.
This is a private car park.
Right. Yeah, for vehicles. I walked through a footpath that had no signage, nothing, saying no public access. It says no public right-of-way on the road sign for vehicles. A right-of-way applies to roads, not to pedestrian footpaths. There is a pedestrian footpath, no obstructions, no signage. This is a public area, whether it's private or public property, it's a public...
The auditor is exactly right here. There are no warning signs, no staff-only signs, no restricted area signs, and not even a painted line on the ground. Under UK law, this setup lets the public believe they are allowed to walk through. This is called the implied right of access. Even in the worst case, we are only talking about civil trespass, which is a matter only between the property owner and the person involved. That is a conversation for solicitors, not a police investigation. This difference is important because many people think a crime has happened as soon as police show up, when legally there is actually nothing criminal to deal with.
Difference.
What do you want to do? What do you want to gain?
Be left alone.
Okay.
Who are you two? Sorry, you've come in and joined the conversation. Sorry?
No problem, police officers.
And what's your name and badge number?
89.
89?
Yeah.
DC, PC, DS?
89.
PC, 89. And yourself?
I'm DC 424.
DC 424. And you're both based here? Yeah.
But we're just saying, if you want, we can go over there, but we're just saying this is private property. This is a police car park.
Okay.
It's private property, so if you want to come back over there, by all means, we can
Okay.
go and try and sort out whatever your complaint is, but it's having it in our private property.
Okay.
We're not going to have that. So if you want to come over to the foyer, no problems at all. We can go and have a chat over there.
But the foyer is private property as well.
Yeah, but you can gain access.
I can gain access to this. We've just been through that. We've just been through this. There's nothing for pedestrians. Why not?
Because it's a secure, and it could be, you could pose a security.
Well, it's not secure, is it? If I've just managed to walk in here, it's not secure, is it?
All right.
You say secure, but it's not.
What's your purpose for being on this car park? Because our concern is...
I'm making a video.
It's a security breach that we're concerned about. So we're happy to talk to you, but while you're here, we've got concerns about security breach.
This is where the thinking starts to fall apart. The claim is that the auditor could be a security risk. But under the law, security is not based on a feeling. It has to be backed up with real facts that can be proven. If this place was truly sensitive, there would be clear physical security like locked gates, secure fences, or key card entry. But the truth is, it is an open path where anyone can walk in without being stopped. That shows a problem with how the site was planned and protected, not a reason to put pressure on a member of the public. The people in charge are responsible for keeping the site secure, not ordinary people who legally walk into an open area.
Do you have a warrant card or an ID card or something? You've given a call number.
I've told you my colour.
Thank you. Yeah. But your plane's closed, so I just want to see your warrant card as well.
So I'm willing to listen to you. We're both willing to listen to you and hear what you have to say. But
No, because you're just going to fob me off with the same stuff that the two PCs have.
Private car
I don't know
park.
anything about what's going on.
Okay,
We're just-
so I'll give you a quick synopsis.
Get it over here, please, because we're not.
If a police, so you're a DC, so you're a ranking
No,
officer.
we're all the same rank.
Same.
You just said DC.
Yeah.
we're all
This
the
is
same.
all
That's
constable.
detective constable.
Yeah.
Is that not a higher rank than a police
No, it's
constable?
not.
Is it not? Okay, it's just a different area. In that case, then I don't want to talk. Then don't worry. I'll talk to a sergeant if you get me a sergeant.
We've got a sign to say it's gated for a reason.
Okay. So you see the no entry signs and that one. Like I said, private property, no public right of way. As we discussed, what right of way is not public access. A right of way is relevant to roads. That's what a right of way is. Is a public right of way is a public road that people can access with a vehicle. As you can tell, I'm not in a vehicle. I'm not in a vehicle. If it's secure, right? So as you can see there.
I'm not going through it all with you.
Well-
'Cause you're going to try and do the whole. Oh, I know this legislation. I know that. I'm not really that fussed. I've just asked you to leave politely.
And I've declined. Yeah.
I just don't really see the point in you being here. Like I don't know.
I don't see the point in you being here either. But there we go.
Right, this is my job.
It's my job. I'm at work.
It's my working place.
Yeah, it's my place. This is my place of work right now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. See, sensible. The most sensible person so far. Are you a sergeant?
Yeah, I am. For my
Thank you. Finally. Right. Okay. Well, we'll move away from the PCs because.
Are we already standing over there so the cars can move around?
Oh well, the cars can move around. I mean, where's the car going to move? Here. It's fine. We've got plenty of room.
Just asking where you stand
We've got
over
plenty of room. I just want to move away from the PCs. To be honest, I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them. So if you can come with me and if you want to talk to me away from the others, that's fine.
What I'm saying, sir, is there's operational police vehicles just moving here.
That's fine. I'm quite conscious of the road. I've
But I'd really
managed
like to
this
have a
many.
conversation with you, but can we just do it there?
I've managed this many years.
I'll tell you what, after
know.
we finish talking, you want to stand back here for a second, can we just talk over there?
I'll tell you what.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
We can talk on the path here.
My name's Pete, what's your name?
Pete.
Yes.
Are you collar number Pete?
My name's DS1446, Pete McGill.
DS 1446.
Yeah.
Now Detective Sergeant Pete McGill arrives, and the whole mood changes right away. This is what balanced policing looks like. McGill listens, thinks about the facts, and agrees that the signs are unclear. He takes time to explain where civil matters end and where criminal law begins. The difference is easy to see. He speaks with respect, uses careful words, and stays calm, which helps lower the tension. This is not about giving up authority. It is about using authority in the right way. McGill understands that making a situation worse can create more problems than it fixes. That kind of professionalism can rebuild public trust with just one conversation.
Literally arrived and witnessed a police constable.
Yes.
Straight away. First thing, as soon as I get here, parked on the roundabout
Right.
on the double yellows.
Yeah.
Engine on, idling, on his mobile phone.
Right.
So I go and approach.
Yeah.
He winds his window. So I ask him quite
Yeah.
bluntly. I say, "Afternoon. Is there a reason you're parked on double yellows with your engine on your mobile phone?"
Yeah.
He says, "I'm doing work. I'm waiting for a prisoner to come out." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Are you on the phone to emergency services?
Yeah.
Are you paying at a drive-through?"
Okay.
No, he just rolls his window up.
Right, okay, so you're saying you've seen an officer there, they've been sat there,
Yep.
idling it, right?
Yeah, so idling's an offence.
Yeah.
Idling your vehicle. Being on your phone with the engine on, unless you're on the phone to 999,
Yeah.
or paying at a drive-through. Those are the exceptions to the new legislation.
Yeah.
Both offences.
Notice how McGill handles this. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't rush to conclusions. The auditor is recording what happens as it happens, including small but important problems with people's behavior. Vehicles are left idling where they should not be. Someone is using a phone while behind the wheel. These are easy things to miss if nobody is paying attention. That is why an audit is valuable. It is not about creating drama. It is about making things visible. Even small mistakes matter when officers are expected to set an example by following the same laws they enforce. Watching and recording what happens is a way to create accountability, and without it, small details quietly disappear into the background.
Introduce yourself, I didn't
I didn't know, and I'm not. No.
What name would you like me to refer to you as? You don't have to give your name at all,
You can
but
call me Sir or Power. You can call me Power. Yeah.
Power?
Yeah. Let's go with Power. Yeah.
I'll go with Sir, because Power just... I mean, that's
I didn't think you'd like it. That's why I said it. That's why I gave it as an option. I didn't think you would.
Mr. Power, does that sound right to you?
Mr. Power. That'd be
Go with
good.
Mr. Power.
No, my ego's not that big. Don't worry.
Well, you got yourself Power, you can have a little one. Right, okay. Basically, mate, you are absolutely entitled to film any vehicles you want around here.
Yep.
Not a problem. You have, if officers want to speak to officers, that's not an issue.
Yep.
The other thing I'd say is this area
Yep.
of the car is a private car park.
It is.
Work.
Yep.
So if you wanted to literally step on that pavement there and film my officers, film the cars,
Yeah.
there's not an issue
Okay.
whatsoever.
So
completely
yeah, that's fine. I
respect your
appreciate
right
that.
to do
I appreciate
not a
that.
problem.
So the discussion I was trying to have with them, or
Yes.
trying to tell them, right? So they're saying it's secure, it's restricted. You got the gates and all of that. I said, and that sign up there says private property, no public right of way. A right-of-way is a public road,
Yes.
right? It's not a public pavement. A right-of-way is a...
This is a private.
yes, okay,
premises.
but I'm getting to that bit, okay. Bear with me. So, yes, it's private, but in a private premises, you can still have a public area. A public area does not define whether it's public property
This
or
isn't
not.
a public area.
Okay, so...
But you're wanting to check.
No, so as I've walked up towards the reception area, and then I've literally walked through here.
Yeah.
No signage for pedestrians saying private property, no public access.
You know what?
That would be the
Completely
key.
agree with you. Yeah.
All right. So yes, it is private property. Until I was asked to leave,
Yeah.
it's publicly accessible. It's still public area. It's still a public area. It's still publicly accessible. The only thing is, you have the right to repeal repeal that implied right of access.
Yes, and you know what? Don't disagree with anything you've just said there, Mr. Power. Not a problem. I
There we go.
agree the signage should be better here.
Yeah.
But equally, you're here to do an audit. I'm guessing that's your role.
Well done.
To do that, yes. It's not my first time on the road.
McGill doesn't show off or argue. He accepts that the signs could be clearer, and he accepts that the auditor has a legitimate reason to be there. The way he deals with the situation by listening, thinking, and responding without being provoked shows the kind of good judgment that stops bigger problems before they start. It may seem quiet, but it is very powerful. One professional conversation like this can undo hours of bad impressions created by earlier mistakes. Other officers should be paying close attention.
Know what you can and can't do.
Yep.
I've got an absolute issue. Anything you've described so far,
Yep.
I don't have a problem with. In terms of the officer, and if you've had an issue, if you filmed something, if you do want to make a complaint about that.
I don't want to go through online. I was told a sergeant could deal with it. I've got his collar number, I've got his name. I want to report that to you now. If you want to take down his details, then you can deal with it.
Right, we can have a chat about whatever's happened there. But in terms of, you've raised a few things, haven't you? So right now, that implied consent of a sign is removed. So are we okay just standing over here now that that's been removed so we can talk? Just
No,
on
I'm
the
still going
pavement?
to stay here.
Okay, but what? I'm trying to be courteous to you.
I know, and I appreciate that, and that's why I'm not being
So,
as belligerent with you. But I am going to stand firm on where I stand, on where I am standing, literally.
but I don't understand why, if we've just covered that it's private premises and that implied right has been removed.
Yeah.
Because I agree, it isn't enough signage.
Yeah.
So
Because
can you help me understand that rationale?
Because at the end of the day, they were. Not a gentleman, I've not met him yet,
Yeah.
but the ladies were so belligerent about it, and the fact that I absolutely couldn't be here and absolutely was doing something wrong, especially the blonde officer. So I tried to raise the incident with the guy parked in his marked vehicle and doing all of that. Tried to raise it with her, was not interested, not her business, because she's a response officer. But then as soon as I come on here, she's got time to deal with that, but she can't deal with that.
So
you see what I mean? That seems like favourability towards another police officer, the thick blue wall as we call it, standing behind the thin blue line, and not holding up her. No, I'm not saying you are, but she's not holding up her oath. Neither was the other gentleman I spoke to. But she's got plenty of time to come and deal with this, apparently, but she doesn't have time to deal with that.
What I can say is, if anyone has in any way talked to you and you felt it wasn't being courteous, I can only apologise for that, because ideally we don't want to have that kind of discourse. But
It's not even about the courtesy.
You're a switched on bloke. You know exactly what you do with these audits. You understand that they're going to provoke a reaction in terms of a security response. That's going to happen, isn't it?
Not always. I've been to plenty of places, plenty of police stations, headquarters, where they just leave me to it.
Okay, but I'd imagine they would have spoke to you at some. They would have said hello. They didn't say anything to you. Okay, well that might be because they didn't notice. Generally speaking,
they see me. They might give a wave, but
in a police station car park going around different cars, we'd usually stop to say, just as I've done with you, I'm not demanding your details. You don't have to give me them, as you bloody well know. Not trying to make your life in any way difficult. And in fact, I want to help enable you to do your audit and what you want to do. But as you've just explained, once that right has been revoked for the private premises, it's been revoked.
Right.
So the fact that you have been treated poorly, or you feel like someone's been rude to you, that doesn't change the fact that
no,
it's
it
been
doesn't.
revoked, does it? And you
It doesn't. But once it's been revoked, it becomes an issue of civil trespass, doesn't it? And you knew I was coming with it. You knew I was coming with it.
We don't need to go down this. I'm trying to talk from a practical point of view.
I know you're talking practically. I know you're talking practically.
And we're stood in a disabled bay.
I like to talk lawfully.
Yes.
Okay, so lawfully, I'm not committing any offences. You know, I know you haven't. I have, and you've requested that I leave, and I'm going to politely decline. I'm not going to be rude about it, because you may see it as rude that I'm declining in the first place, but I'm not going to be overly belligerent about it. I'm just going to.
Here comes a rare but great moment. The auditor stands firmly on legal rights, and the sergeant responds with the same level of respect. There are no power games, no unclear threats, and no pretending to have more authority than he really does. It is simply a helpful and respectful conversation. It is a perfect example of how accountability works best when both sides understand the limits and talk to each other within those limits. Without community audits, moments like this, where the law, respect, and professionalism come together, would hardly ever be seen, let alone recorded.
Matter.
And as long as you understand that if you are to stay here in this moment and you are to stand in front of a car that's trying to leave and conduct police work, that could obviously be obstructing the officers.
Oh, sure, I would never do that. No. Yeah. I've made it this many years, being fully aware of roads and emergency vehicles. You know, I've never been hit by a car yet. So
how are we rating so far? How are we doing? We had a rough start by the sounds of it on your audit. Has it improved as we're going along?
I'd say the. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah. You've been better. Yeah, I must admit. Yeah, so
well, it's a learning experience for me. We don't have this every day.
No, it's good to see a sergeant leading by example.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the PCs and DCs do pick up on your example.
I know you want a bit of a reaction.
No, I'm not giving a reaction. I'm genuinely stating that I really hope that they pick up on how you've led by example here, and they take some lessons on how you've dealt with this and how you've been so professional, calm about it.
You're going to make me blush. You can compliment me like this.
No, because you have, and you asked my name, but you didn't push it, so that's fine. But other than that,
that's just for politeness. I'm not demanding details.
No, exactly.
How would you like me to refer to you?
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
What today showed is simple but very important. Calm, good communication, and professional policing really do make a difference. It also showed why audits should not be treated like a nuisance, but as checks that help protect both the public and the police. Small mistakes, whether it is a missing sign or a brief moment of not paying attention, can grow into much bigger problems if nobody notices them. My Know Your Rights guide is not only for auditors, and it is not only for difficult situations. It is for anyone who wants clear facts instead of confusion and real information instead of guesses. Knowledge and respect are not enemies. They work best together. Stay informed, use what you know wisely, and you will handle moments like these with confidence.